my god, it is early time inside the PFL. I am your former champion. Oh, Mario, your phone. I don't know what it's doing. I heard my voice.
Shh. You bring attention to it, no one will notice.
Oh, man. El Zubador. I'm Joe, by the way. That's Mario. Mario's here, Sheriff of Entertainment.
Yeah, howdy, I guess.
Howdy, I guess. So, it's going to be a busy weekend, so I decided to just... I mean, all the 90% of the battles happened, you know, so...
Got that going for us, which is nice.
Yeah, we got that going on, which is cool. So, you know, I may as well do a little bit of it inside the PFL. So let's just step right into it, shall we? Right over... Oh, no, my fade's turned off. God damn it. That's like the only time that it fades. Son of a bitch. Oh, well. Mario, you gotta... I keep hearing myself in your phone somehow.
Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that. I think it's on your end.
I'm seeing you light up on Discord when it happens.
Weird.
Anyway. So, first off, big battle. Big important battle. Manny versus Gage. Didn't happen. So we move on to Mario.
All right.
Rolling right along here. Mario versus Jim here. Let's take a look at how that battle shook out. Mario, the first thing that I gotta say about this battle is you absolute madman.
Finally, it worked.
When you say finally...
I just want to say, so my thought, like, what was going through my head was, like, last time, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. I was like, I'll just lead off with Mega Charizard, see if I can get, like, 2-3 kills, and then just have the battle be like 5-on-4 or 5-on-3. And then he led out with what I presume to be was Scarfed Flygon, and I'm pretty sure I was correct about that.
Yep.
And I was just like, it doesn't matter because I know I'm attack invested. I'm adamant nature. So no matter what, like, Charizard's gonna go second. So I had to get out. This time I was like, you know what? No, stick with my guns. Stick with my guns on this one. I don't give a fuck.
Well, the funny...
I'll never expect the same strategy twice.
The funny thing is what happened last time where you left Flygon hitting U-turn. If you decided to Dragon Dance, you would have been in the clear. So that's exactly what happened. You called his bluff this time, and he called your bluff essentially. But you happened to actually not be bluffing.
It was perfect.
So, and the battle's almost over on the thing here. I gotta say, Jim did make a bit of a mistake in that ol' Heatran still going to be slower than Charizard after a para, unfortunately.
Yeah, what was it? That was the plus one, right?
Yeah.
It like almost brings you back down to normal speed at that point. So keep that in mind, everybody.
Just about. And
For
then
the future.
He made a good play at the end there with Shaman. He knew that Manaphy was basically his win con and had to get him back up here. The sticky webs, gave him a bit of leg room in terms of doing damage. And you, like a smart person, were just like, let me just put the scarf on Kartana real quick.
Yeah, I was real scared of sticky webs, and I was like, I'm not going to fight sticky webs with sticky webs. Although I probably should have.
I mean, you coulda, but coulda, shoulda,
I
woulda.
could have,
I mean,
but I chose not to in that match.
You decided to hit lunge. I mean, the thing is, I was like, ooh, maybe you should have sticky web there. But it's like, why would you know Shaman is hitting Healing Wish? Like, why would you?
Yeah.
that's one. You're not going to see that one coming most of the time.
No, but I think I actually commented this on his YouTube channel. Scarf Healing Wish is new meta. That is going to win multiple games in the future for people.
I like that idea. I like Scarf Healing Wish. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing.
All right. Game number 2. Good win, by the way.
Thank you.
Jim no longer undefeated as well, so it feels good to bounce back and take down an undefeated man. I bet. I'm sure.
Yeah, neato. I didn't get the Mario Oko on the first turn. It was the second turn.
Close enough. That's the near Mario special.
It's fine. It's fine.
The almost Mario special. So, game number 2 that we got here. It was, quite frankly, a nail biter. Jack getting the +1 over James. I gotta say here, Mario, I don't I don't know what James's deal is sometimes with like the way he plays games.
Sometimes it works out because you never see it coming. And it's like it's not like it's not well thought out. It's just like left field. And I think this would have been a completely different game if Keldeo was able to land a goddamn hit.
I mean, I was freaking out during the broadcast because you know me, I will hold on to forever the 85%, 80% of a hydro pump not hitting.
Yeah, missing a championship because of a missed Keldeo
missing a stone edge there. James burning the Z move though to just like.
That was another thing I wanted to bring up. But I guess it's because it was bounce.
Probably,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he knows he could leave.
If it was,
you could do 9% with a hydro pump. I think maybe that's me.
Water bubble and that special D. I don't know about that. But.
Yeah, true.
But if it was, I don't know. Does he get? What did Manny use physical Keldeo for? What was that bounce or was that? Was that another move?
I think it was the same thing. I think it was the move bounce that he used last season.
Okay, just checking.
Just checking. I mean, Keldeo's physical attack isn't bad. It's not good.
No, it's not great.
No.
The reason why, but no, like I said, it's just like you're right though. Burning the Z move to do 9% was an unfortunate. All around, Keldeo just meh. Missed 3 attacks.
Yeah, not
couldn't get anything going.
Not a game you want to play here. Which, I mean, Jack gets up pretty decent in this match here, and then makes a few mistakes, kind of moving forward, because old Quillfish here is just hanging out. Hits the D-Bond, and you gotta remember, that D-Bond stays there until...
the end of the next turn.
Not even the end of the next turn, until the end of the next move. So, if he decided to not hit Aqua Jet there, I don't think the D-Bond would have happened.
Oh, yeah, that's 100% right.
So, that was a little... I mean, we saw a lot of nice action with D-Bond this week, and... James starts coming back here. The electric terrain, Psyshocks, the Surge Surfer power. Unfortunately, not picking up here. And then very nearly, Jack fucks up the game against himself by... Well, it's not like it's his fault that he missed a high jump kick.
Yeah.
So...
Nobody can connect this week.
Yeah, really. I guess that's a little bit of a receipt for all of the hydro pumps and shit that we're missing.
Yeah.
And then, is this another Scarf Beast booster? Because, I mean, obviously, Blacephalon is not faster than Coco normally, so yeah, I guess that... when you put
it is Scarf, yeah.
When you put a Scarf on a Beast Boost user, that's usually a good time.
Yeah, no, it's once you get that, like, that momentum flowing, you know what I mean? It's hard to get around.
Right, which... Rob tried to capitalize on too in his match when we get there, but yeah, it didn't work out too well for him, unfortunately.
No.
So that was, a +1 by Jack, holds on to the division, moves himself to a tidy. I think he's 5-1. I don't remember. We're 4-2.
I think he's 5-1.
We'll look at it. Let's go ahead and bring up Drac's match here, where Drac was facing Dave. And this one, I gotta say, Comfey's a very good win con to have, Mario. I mean...
Yeah, it's not bad. I wanted him real bad this season.
When I mean, how much does it help that Triage is +3 for everything?
Oh, it's stupid. It's so stupid. And it works with, like, moves that hit and also regain health. Like, that's stupid. Like, if it was just, like, Synthesis or Recover or whatever, like, still kind of broken. But you get moves like Giga Drain and Draining Kiss in there.
Right. Which...
That's dumb.
That causes problems.
Causes problems faster than E-Speed.
We had a few things in this match here. First of all, as well, Trick Room. Also a very good strategy to have.
Yeah.
I feel like Trick Room is... Nobody has a dedicated Trick Room team, but there are times, like I know that in some of the scrim matches that I helped Drac with using Murphy's team. Like Murphy has good opportunity to use Trick Room if he ever finds himself to have the need to. Like, you know,
Don't tell him that.
are you gonna play Murphy? I don't know. I'm sorry.
What if I do?
Oh no. You should probably know who your other opponents are with 3 opponents left in the season.
No, I'm talking about like playoffs.
Oh,
So
true.
yeah.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, my bad. So, Murphy, you can't use Trick Room. I'm sorry.
Yeah, only you can't use it against Mario if by chance he makes it to playoffs.
So, another thing that we saw this week to very limited effect, Gengar exploded before, which I don't think that I don't believe has been a Gengar strategy since Gen 2. I'm probably wrong, but I feel like that's right.
Look, ever since they got rid of the whole like self-destruct and explode half your opponent's defense before activating, it's not good. Don't do it with Gengar with his.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. So what was it? Gen 5 that explosion stopped like having your opponent's defense when you used it.
Yeah, Gen 5.
Yeah, probably not a good idea because we see Thomas try that later too. And another explosion. I mean, that explosion here with a Alolan Golem, I feel like was the wrong play as well.
It was. That was a waste.
Because I feel like Dave could have done a little bit to kind of play around Drac's team at the end here, but yeah, Alolan Golem just exploding in front of Masquerain, not the best strat. So
no, return would have been A-okay in that spot. That was another thing I wanted to mention.
Nice clean +2 here for Drac, staying at 6-0, taking back his number 1 seed spot. Who can stop the man, quite frankly?
Look, I'm just saying, the fall from the top hurts the hardest.
In a season where, I mean, you can ask Manny that.
Yeah.
He'll be sure to tell you. I was going to say, in a season where 2 big powerhouse people like Kyle and Garrison are gone, Manny is floundering. Like, Mike was leading a division for a lot of the season so far.
By week 2, week 3, you know.
No, he was up until this week. Mike was the leader of the Lorelei division.
Oh, that's hilarious.
This is where somebody comes and takes the throne. And I mean, James as well. I mean, we know James as a very competent battler, but he's not... I don't know if he's not taking it as seriously or whatever it might be, but, you know, he's having more fun with it now, which is probably how we should all be, but, you know...
nah, fuck that. We want fun.
James is still scary.
In our fun league.
Pokemon No Fun League.
Yeah, the PFL.
Next we got here. Oh, this was a big one, Mario. This is the former champion, the reigning champion currently, Tristan.
Yeah.
Still leading his division, by the way.
T-Dog.
Taking on Leibo here, who finally gets himself... I'm going to start skipping about 20 turns here because nothing happens.
Thank you very much.
No offense. No offense to him. This is a very methodical match, is the word that I used here, where the hard double. We were all doubly hard in this match watching it. I
loved it. That was great.
20 turns. So, basically here, we've said for almost the entire season that Leibo has a scary team. And
true.
When you're staring it down here, I feel like it could have gone badly if not for... There were a few things that kind of went his way on this one. We did see Torn getting frozen turn 1, or like turn 2, which was bad.
And all the Manuses shouted out. And then we're silence.
All right, we will. Murphy, you get a nice 70% cut of the credit for this win. But then you should have been helping him more often because his team is really good.
That's true.
But yeah, turn 23, the first turn where somebody died. So I feel like
gold. That's gold.
I feel like, you know, Torn getting frozen, obviously a bad time. I feel like Leibo bringing 2 rain guys. Now, I don't remember if he confirmed that Sniper was... or Kingdra was Sniper, excuse me. But having like 2 Swift Swimmers when you've got Tyranitar on the other side seems like a dice roll at best.
Yeah, not the smartest thing to do. But If it was Sniper, it would have been a different story.
It is Sniper. Murphy has just confirmed.
So then it's fine.
We're all good. I mean, I think you had said
take back everything I said, which is practically nothing.
I think you had said during the broadcast as well that, you know, having two Swift swimmers also, you know, you've got Swampert there, so why have both of them?
Yeah. But the whole, you know, crit, Dragon, Draco Meteor, not mattering that, you know, your special attack is cutting. That's real good.
That is really good. I feel like I have not been a fan of... I was not a fan, I should say, of Sniper Kingdra, probably because it was my only Swift swimmer when I had Rain, and I felt like it was a waste to bring Sniper. But
yeah, that'd do it.
When you have the option, it's not a bad option.
Really not. Double damage.
Also, can we just look... Oh, 1.5 damage. Thank you.
No, normal crits is 1.5.
Sniper. Oh, you're right. You know what? For some reason, I thought Sniper increased your crit chance. I don't know why I would think that, but yeah, that's scary. Big scary. So, yeah, 2.25 even. Jesus.
2.25.
And this just kind of...
That's literally 1.5, 1.5.
And this just kind of goes on for the end here of Pangoro versus Celebi, because Celebi had barely anything for Pangoro.
What I say.
No, I gotta give you the credit here, because Pangoro, often overlooked in Tier 4, putting in the work in this match on this team. It's pretty good. I like it.
If you're not hitting that thing with stab super effective, it's gonna live and you're gonna die.
It's a big boy.
And it gets Iron Fist.
We could be seeing a new Electivire on our hands, potentially.
Ooh.
No knockoff on Pangoro. That's weird.
No knockoff.
Well, let's move on here. Yeah, Leibo's first win of the season, by the way. +4.
Good job.
Damn good win. So...
Great Jorb.
Great Yaduna Groot Jube. So, we got M1 and Rob here. Let's start that one up. So, why did I just see a thing ring out that said new subscriber, Switchblade Foot? Mitch was not subscribed to us until a second ago.
Thanks, Mitch.
Thanks, Mitch. Fucking playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Like a
Mitch, who's, streamed through the channel before, is not subscribed.
Like a gamer. Like a real fucking game. Alright, so M1 versus Rob. Scizor gets burned, which is a problem.
Yeah, but he played through it. But he shouldn't have. That was a bad matchup.
I mean, it really is.
He should have switched out.
The thing is, a lot of Pokemon are a bad matchup to Rotom Wash, which is why it's so much cost. Because it gets to sit there, and I feel like M1 hasn't really run pain split sets with it yet, which is something you should be doing, because
that's the beauty of Rotom Watch, though. Of all the Rotom, they don't suffer from 4-move syndrome. I mean, they can do different things.
Yeah, I mean, probably had a defog on there. He doesn't hit it because he had the sticky web stay up for the entire match. I feel like M1 did a pretty decent job of playing around the webs, too, in this, especially with fucking both Greninja and Nihilego at the end of the match here, like, as the only things.
Yeah.
And this is the power of having Mega Lopunny, those fake outs. 39% on a fake out. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that's what you do. Like, that's how you get around Greninja in OU. No, because, like, Greninja is slowly moving up to be more common, like almost as common as Landorus.
But OU can use Battle Bond, though, right?
Yeah, they're both kind of big deals. Mm. But Protean's a big deal too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what Manny's deal is where he hates Protean Greninja so much.
Real good.
It is really good. We're seeing here in this match. Look at what it did to just slapping Hoopa Unbound, slapping Tyrantrum, because everything gets to be stab. So fuck it, it's really good.
Yeah, remember what I was saying on broadcast where if it's stab super effective and no investment, it's generally an OCO?
Yeah.
That's what Greninja does.
Yep. And I gotta say, I was a little surprised that Psyshock didn't do more to Lopunny, but it was also non-stab, so maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's always going to be a thing.
Yeah, maybe that's why Nihiligo's your Z-move user, and that's when you bring Shattered Psyche, when you need to Oko something.
Yeah, like when you need to get past a big, scary dragon fighting dragon, so you bring Z Psychic.
I like how in that match on Jim's commentary, he's just like, wait a minute, what psychic move does Lando even get? And I looked and I was like, oh yeah, let's take a look. Oh, Psychic! It just gets Psychic.
Yep. Yes, it does.
It just has Psychic.
Because we were talking like about like trying to do a physical set. I was like, no. Nah.
No, see, that was the folly too, because your other 200s are physical. You should go special when you have Lando, which also, I mean, it makes your Lando sets a little more limited because again, it's like Lando and Victory Bell, and those are your special attackers.
Yeah,
not Lando, Thundo, excuse me.
Yeah, Thundo has anti-lead sets, which is why I like them.
Yeah.
Knockoff, Thunder Wave, Volt Switch.
You got one whole week left of trades and pickups. Maybe after this week here, you'll make the late season push, the Joe push.
Maybe we'll talk about that after the broadcast.
Oh.
Maybe I had to do that the whole time. Maybe you'll secretly let the broadcast keep going and everyone can hear all my new strategies.
All your strats, and then they'll realize, wait a minute, I have a better record than Mario. I can't snipe him. Shit.
Oh, fuck.
Next up.
Also, ow.
No offense. You're like the second worst 3-3, which puts you at like 15th in the seeding.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
Next we've got...
Yeah, it's 3-3-3, right? 3 plus 3?
No, you're plus 6, I think.
Oh, I don't care.
You're a little
Who
better.
cares?
You're a little better than that, I think. I don't know.
I'm just trying to have Pokemon fun.
Exactly. You gotta have Pokemon fun in the fun league. This isn't just
no fun.
This isn't just the Pokemon League. This is the Pokemon Fun League. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you very much.
Mitch and Hunter. This one was surprising.
Yeah. No
offense to Mitch, but Hunter's been playing really well, and his team is monstrous. I mean, you look at fucking Mega Beedrill, Talonflame, Superior Lando, and you're like, oh no!
Ooh, that's scary.
And, Mitch doesn't have a bad team. He has a fine, okay team.
That's solid.
I feel like, I don't know if Hunter tried to get too cute with the infestation plays here. Like, it's a good idea in theory, but what is he trying... What is the matchup that he wants?
Yeah, because it's hard to do that against someone with sustain and also status.
I mean, it sort of works out here with, like, the Nightshades and the infestation is nice. But, again, with, like, Leech Seed and things like that happening, I'm trying to wonder, like, what was the matchup that he wanted with infestation.
Yeah, usually you do that with like a sweeper or something like that, where you stall them out like that.
Like you infestation, like a big wall or something that wants to leave, or where the passive damage, if you get like a toxic on it or something too, ends up to where like the output that they have against you, you can just survive it then, but
yeah. But not against something like Mega Venusaur.
No, not especially when Mega Venusaur itself can't be toxic, so bit of a problem.
No. And can also provide status.
Yeah, this was also here we are at nearly turn 20 and no dead Mons.
Yeah,
this is one where I feel like it kind of happened very quickly.
It's like Hunter is. Hold on. It's like Tyler. Damn. Mitch is to Hunter how Tyler was to early James.
Oh, so just for some reason he has that X factor that, despite being terrible most of the time, he can get one over on the big boy.
Yeah.
Hey,
no offense to Mitch.
There we go. Turn 21 and Pelipper's finally fucking dead.
Good win though. Good win. Not taking that against you.
I mean, we're just gonna skip over because I only wrote 2 notes for this match and they happen to be at the opposite ends of the match. So, all right, here we go. Kyurem goes behind a sub. and starts using Ice Beam on everything, where more than likely, I mean, it probably could have killed everything with Ice Beam normally, given the composition of the rest of the team, but Mitch decided to go one step further and equip Qrem with the Metronome.
Oh, I love that, by the way.
Which,
that was amazing.
Which is great, which is hilarious, and something that I think should be used more often, because really, like, why not give, like, a Zygarde the Metronome or something when you're just slamming 1,000 arrows, you know?
Yeah.
Like late game things where you're decently fast, you know, faster than a lot of stuff, very bulky. Qrem is a very bulky Pokemon. Zygarde can be too, but nobody has Zygarde. So basically, you know, you use something that does a decent amount of damage, and then by the time that, you know, the more you're using it, it ends up being essentially a Z move where it's like base 180 after 5 turns or so. In the case
you gotta love it.
In the case of Ice Beam, at least.
Yeah.
1,000 arrows, it ends up to be fucking explosion.
I hold on a second here. I think Metronome was only used once ever before in the league.
Oh, really?
I think Manny used it.
Yeah, you had said Manny used it. I don't. My memory is pretty good with things, but I don't remember that.
And this is going like season 3 or something like that.
The time when the replays were long gone, like not
long.
You might be able to find it on the Facebook, but God knows you'd have to find the context for it. And
yeah, you'd have to dig.
No, wait, I think Manny probably destroyed all the season 3 content. Remember when for some reason Manny was just like, yo, let's just get rid of all of the stuff so we don't clutter the page when the season's over, and then we just lost all that history.
Yeah, would have been a lot. And I said to archive it.
I don't know if Manny knew what archiving it, like how to archive it.
Copy paste into a notepad file. I'll tell you, as long as it's somewhere.
Anyway, it's time to make fun of Mike.
Yay!
Dylan gets a massive +5 over Mike this week. Mike is at that point in the season where he realizes, I'm doing too good. I think it's about time for me to start losing. And then he starts losing because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Oh.
I'm not saying that Mike willed himself to lose this match, because Dylan played very well, but, however, he did do some things that were kind of weird and stupid.
In typical Mike fashion.
In typical Mike fashion. I mean, for one thing, alright, so, beginner's mistake in the league. He was clearly not ready for Golurk. Not at all.
No.
Not one
not
bit.
Even a little bit.
And you gotta know that there's always potential for that tier 5 to come. Like in this match alone, Golurk earned its 40 points, you know?
Yeah.
Dylan got to get one step closer to the top of his division while also knocking down the person in first place. So, by all accounts, that's a success in my book. So, one thing to note as well that we just passed there. Mario, were you aware that Defog, not only does it get rid of screens and rocks and hazards like that, it does not get rid of Leech Seed, which Rapid Spin does.
Yeah, that happened like a couple seasons back to me. Where I tried to defog Leech Seed. I was like, huh, neat.
Wait a minute.
Learn something new every day.
What, Drac? Mike lost when he got the lead in the division? He was like, all right, I'm up here, and then, oh, I'm gone. That sounds like Mike. That sounds like how that goes.
That's a very Mike thing to do.
You gotta believe in yourself. The tools are there. I feel like, I mean, early game we saw, oh yeah, +6. Beautiful. But like, you have Terrakion, you get the Intimidate on it turn 1, you get the other Intimidate on it on turn 2. It's still a fighting type. I don't know what his spec was for Incineroar. When Terrakion like doing 80% damage, when he wouldn't it have been nice if Mike played it safe and only did 1 Intimidate and sent in Golbat? You know?
Yeah, you would think.
You know, the guy that I mean, it's okay, so Stone Edge is still a thing, so maybe not. But
yeah. But Eviolite
can do a lot to help against that, and
investment.
The only guy that Dylan ends up losing is Golurk, and Mega Absol
After
doing
Golurk puts in the work.
Mega Absol doing some work in this match too, which was nice.
My boy, Mega Absol.
Also, a lot of fighting moves on this here, and Mike just seemed to just let Blissey just get slapped willy-nilly against all these fucking fighting moves that like Superpower on Absol, Dynamic Punch on Golurk, and Terrakion in general. Blissey was ultra fucked no matter what. Wouldn't it have been nice if he brought something like... Well, I mean, we know Mike's team. He has a bit of a problem with Earthquake, where some of his big guys don't do too well against that, so 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You bring, what is its name? Toxapex instead, and it's going to eat an Earthquake, and it's not going to be a fun time.
No, yeah.
So, I don't. Maybe as we wind down next week here, Mike will make some moves to kind of overhaul his team a bit. I don't think he's made any trades and pickups yet.
I just realized, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of types that resist fighting, right? There's like what, 5, 6 community?
Psychic, Bug, Poison.
Flying?
What? Oh, Flying, yeah.
Yeah, Mike had 2 Pokemon that 4 times resist fighting.
Well, I mean, and Fairy too, yeah.
And Fairy.
The physical defense on Gardevoir is not exactly good.
No, it still took like 17%. But then, Stab, Shadow, Claw. Was it Shadow Claw or Shadow Punch? Shadow Punch? That's what
Yeah,
right?
Shadow Punch.
Yep.
Getting punched by a Shadow, never a fun time. Either way.
Iron Fist boosted it. No, it was no guard. Still Golurk's. Golurk's a monster.
Let's move on here to the man who took over the division now after this win. Now, Mario, in the matches with Dale, and I mean, I know that it's his first season back in 8 seasons, so, and I don't know how he was in season 1 for like the 4 matches that he was around for. Do you get frustrated with how Dale plays sometimes?
Yeah, not really.
Because I feel like, so we see in the first few turns here, screens Prim, which is an interesting choice. I'm about it.
Yeah, I was like, ooh.
Switches into Gigalith here for, I would say, almost no reason. Because if you have Scald, or whatever your move is, Moonblast, both of those are neutral against Frostlass, so why not hit Frostlass?
Look,
Because then your Gigalith gets fucking burned.
Look, man, I don't make the rules.
And you're running a physical Celesteela that is, like, trying to get weakness policy'd was his strategy, because he had weakness policy on it.
Yeah.
And you've got Haxorus, and you've got Excadrill, so why not run a special Celesteela?
I don't know.
Like, I don't know what the calcs were, but I feel like that was a little bit of a misstep, and, like, as we see here, turn 10, Dale has been incredibly passive. He is just letting his Mons come in on 3 layers of spikes several times.
Yeah, it wasn't too good.
I don't know. I feel like passivity is... I mean, we always say that we play hyper-aggressive, but I feel like we don't really have a middle speed. Everybody's either really aggressive or, like in this battle here, Dale is trying to do a lot to set up that makes him incredibly passive as a result. Or he's like waiting for something to happen to him, which is only making his Mons take more damage.
It was like trying to set up chess, but
also another.
Sometimes you just gotta just beeline.
Another explosion that barely did anything. Fun, good.
Yeah.
Finally, things start to fucking pop off here because this is Excadrill, and Excadrill, man, I don't know how I feel about the Life Orb on Excadrill. Maybe it's just...
Well, that's like the thing, though.
I know, but, like, he ends up...
Sometimes you need that extra... Like, alright, I don't know. If you're not running Swords Dance, like, I guess you don't really need it, but, like, in most cases, like, you need the Life Orb for that little extra push.
So basically you're saying, if you're not running Swords Dance, bring a Life Orb. If you are running Swords Dance, you might want to consider something like a... like an like an iron plate, like a fucking
Shell bell.
shuka berry maybe. Shell bell
Still
might be
saying
fun.
shell bell.
I don't
What?
think people have barely ever used the shell bell in the league, have they? Haven't they?
No. Shell bell's not like a really popular item, is the best way to put that. I think it's a good item. I think the metronome's a good item. But you don't see a lot of... I don't know. I don't know why. It's so good.
I like the tickle plays too. That's fun. It doesn't really,
Yeah, that was cool.
doesn't really do much in the grand scheme of things, but I like the tickle. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
However, as Elf, not an attacker, it is a special attacker, so it will hit that Deaglium on Haxorus, and it will hit that Flamethrower, I think, on Celesteela, and it will...
Yeah. I mean, I think it's split, like, it's like 115, 115, 120.
It's good. That's the thing. Its a special attack is very good. So...
Yeah, but it's equal to his attack.
Right.
So you could run a physical as Elf and throw someone through a loop.
You do love the explosion plays. I was a fan of running special as Elf when I had it, when I was one of the only people that had as Elf. So
yeah,
a nice +3 there gets Dan back to the top of this division, which he had in week 1, and then Mike took it over and had it from weeks 2 to 6. So we'll see how that happens if Mike can ever get it back, because I think his final battle is against Dan in week 10. I forget.
Ooh.
But still, that's scary.
And scary.
And finally, Murphy versus Thomas, where Thomas uses Bide.
How great was that?
I was entertained, and then I was confused, because in theory, I like the idea of Shuckle has Bide. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's cool. And then you think about it, it's like, well, wait, you can't do anything. And if you got him on with Protect, that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh, special thumbs up to Murphy getting the Ancient Power boost with Togekiss. And then
Super Saiyan Togekiss was great.
Dying immediately.
He's finally done it. How many times has he tried?
Infestation, Taunt, Bide. That works. That sounds like a decent Shuckle set. But that is not the Shuckle set that was run here, I don't think. Man, like we're gonna see him explode here. Just like 70% on explosion from Magnezone actually isn't that bad.
No, especially when you know Magnezone's dead in the water.
But it didn't kill anything.
No. Explosion was real weird this week.
I like also we saw the Grass Knot doing contact damage. The rare special move that does contact is Grass Knot. I think it might be the only one.
Yeah. I think it is the only one.
Altaria had 0 attacking moves. That's great. I love it.
Wait. So if I'm remembering this correctly, there was 4 explosions used and 0 kills.
Yes, that is correct. However, one of them we can count as like a 0.5 because Masquerade definitely would have died, but
oh yeah,
it had a sash.
Yeah, but it was sashed. If anything, that's negative points.
So there were 4 explosions and -5 kills.
-5 kills.
I mean, Murphy, if he had taunted Altaria, which would have been fun, and then used Bide, you would have been stuck using Struggle, I'm pretty sure, which would have killed you a lot faster. It wouldn't have done very much damage for Bide anyway, but, like, it would have been fun. It would have been cute.
It would have been hilarious.
And then basically, once Bide, though, it gives Murphy an opportunity to just come in and get behind a sub and use Mega Gallade to do what it needs to do, and goddamn, Mega Gallade's so good, Mario. It's so good.
It's scary. He's got that 15 base more speed. 115, right? Or 110?
I think he's 115, I think. I think.
Yeah, 115, right? Yeah, yeah. He's just puts him 15 points faster than Mega Medicham, and because of that, like Mega Gallade is a monster. All it takes is just that bracket of speed, like 115.
No, 110 apparently. Whatever. Either way.
110. Either way,
115.
still faster
Whatever.
than 100. I knew it was 110.
It's one of
We
them.
had this discussion like 2 seasons ago on stream.
Well, I keep forgetting, so it doesn't matter. Let's talk about trades and pickups. Because we got exactly 2.
Well, are they done? Trades and pickups done?
No, next week is when trades and pickups are done.
Next week,
So,
okay.
So next, got to get your trade and pickup in by October the 2nd.
Fair enough.
October the 2nd at 11:59 p.m.
I have a wedding that day.
At
that time.
Well, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have
at 11. It starts at 11:58.
You're just gonna have to get it to me beforehand. So,
I have a wedding then too.
Not much in the way of changes here. Dave got rid of Buzzwole. Wasn't doing much for him, I guess. Picked up the discarded A-Muck that Manny decided to cast off earlier in the season and made it his Z captain. So I don't know what kind of crazy shit he's going to pull off with that, but that's going to happen.
Eerie.
Murphy wants to drop Regirock, so what a shame. I love Regirock. Not as much as
Me too, but
not
as much as Regice.
Not as much as Regice, of course. See Mario, do you need Regirock? See if you can trade with Murphy.
No, I have Rhyperior. Why would I want that?
And Drac decided to make a change as well. Did you know, Mario, Drac had 40 excess points for this entire season and he went 6-0 so far. So you don't have to spend all your points to be good, by the way. There you go.
No. Just have to have a good team.
Dropped his Lickitung here for Slurpuff. You may ask, why does he... 2 pure fairies at this point now, but obviously we know what Slurpuff does. We know all too well. Murphy knows all too well what Slurpuff does. And I don't know what kind of crazy crap he's going to try to pull there, but I would not be surprised if it's hilarious.
Oh, you know it will be.
Sticky webs, of course, as we all know.
Yes. Sticky webs.
So, with that, let's take a look at both the Conference Cup date and the standings here. So, I mean, the standings and the playoff picture are basically the same thing. So let's just look at the Conference Cup date really quick. So, Blue taking the lead on this one. 9 whole points to get up to 13 here. Now, they don't have a Conference Cup match next week. And it's going to be interesting when we get to the final week here. But I feel like that seems to be... Both Manny and Drac are very much gunning for those top 5 spots when you win in the division here. And Bruno's still sitting at 12, so obviously next week they may do...
Wait, real quick.
Yes.
Agatha sucks.
I mean, Agatha and Lance both have 7 points. That's how it goes. Every division... Well, Lorelei hasn't yet, but I was going to say all 4 or 5 divisions have been shut out on a Conference Cup week, so...
Yeah.
It happens.
Remember that time when I won mine, but I didn't get any points?
I do.
I remember.
I do remember that.
It's sad.
And finally, let's look at the playoff picture. Well, finally, before we do the games for next week here, let's look at the playoff picture. So, Drac set at 6-0 right now, plus 19. Obviously, he's the 1 seed. Then you've got Jim, 5-1, plus 20, doing manster things, sitting at the top of the Agatha division. You say Agatha sucks. I mean, you look at Jim; he's doing pretty well. He's got the highest plus right now.
Yeah, but not Conference Cup wise.
Well, yeah, remains to be seen. Jack, 5-1 plus 15, doing pretty well. Tristan dropped a little bit. Mike dropped off the face of the earth to a 7 seed because now Mike and Mitch are tied.
Isn't that hilarious?
That's wonderful. It's surprising to me, no offense to Mitch, that he is 4-2. We'll see how that goes if he ends up being 4-5 at the end of the season. But hey, seeing him as a 6 seed, that's not bad. You're going up against Jack. in the first match. That's a winnable match, maybe.
Good luck.
I think actually, I think Mitch is facing Jack this week. Well, you know what? Why ponder about it when we could take a look?
Yeah,
So,
I think Jim plays Mike, right?
Yep, Jim plays Mike.
Oh boy.
And Mitch plays Jack. So
nice.
So
I can't wait.
So yeah, look at that. The 2 seed is facing the 7 seed, and the 3 seed is facing the 6 seed. This is a potential Mario. These are 2 playoff matches in the making.
Yeah, this is some upsets.
How about that? So all right, well let's do a little bit of commish picky going on here. So first off, we got Dan taking on Rob. I don't think Rob's gonna win this season at all. So I'm taking Dan, and he's gonna hold on to that top spot in the Lorelei division.
I think Rob's due for that flex win, so I'm giving it to Bobby.
Oh, I love the Rob Flex win. It's like a fucking shooting star. Once a season, it's like, oh look, oh shit, a +4, and it's gone.
Oh.
See you in 12 weeks.
Oh.
Next, we've got M1 taking on Dale here. I feel like I don't remember what the first matchup of these two was like, quite frankly. I think Dale won, so I'm gonna assume that M1 prepares a little better and wins this time.
I'm gonna assume that Dale's gonna also prep and and I'm gonna give it to Dale. I'm giving it to Dale. I got faith. Gotta have faith.
All right, I like it. And then we got Tristan taking on Thomas. I don't know if Thomas is gonna win a game this season.
No, he hasn't won one yet. It was Mike.
Thomas usually comes into his own in the second half of the season, which has not been the case so far. And I'm gonna give this one to Tristan. Unfortunately,
Yeah, same.
I'd like Thomas to win, but I don't think he will. We've got Gage taking on Dave, which is an interesting one. I don't feel like Gage might win another game. I mean, he has the good power against me.
Yeah, he kicked your ass.
To win pretty well against me when it happens. I don't know. Dave sometimes plays weird sets. I could see Gage. I'm gonna give it to Gage on this one.
I'm giving it to Dave.
Oh, we've got Manny taking on Drac. I think Drac is gonna win.
Nah, I want to see Manny outstall. I want to see Manny fucking bring back the pain. I'm giving it to Manny.
And we've got Leibo taking on Murphy, the fucking roommate rumble over here.
Roommate rumble.
I'm going Murphy on this one.
Yeah, same.
And then we've got, in the Conference Cup matches, Mario, yourself, taking on Dylan. After the +5 that was endured, how do you think you will fare against Dylan? I believe in you.
I'm going to do what I got to Scooby-Dooby do.
I'm going to take you on this one, because I believe in you.
All right, rock and roll. I believe in everybody. So you know what? For once, I'll pick myself. I might as well.
I like it. I like that confidence. And then we've got Jim taking on Mike, and you'd have to be an asshole to not choose Jim, right?
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'd like to see. I would like to see
more importantly than I want the win for my division. I just want to listen to the commentary on his YouTube channel after he kicks Mike's ass.
As much as I'd like Mike to come into his own, to win, to be he and Rob and Manny are the longest tenured players. You don't count because you missed a season, Mario.
Sure. Season and a draft.
A season and a game or two. I'd like to think that Mike can finally come into his own, because Rob made playoffs pretty consistently early on. Mike, kinda. Yeah, he came in last one season, so
hashtag never forget.
He's not doing as well, but no, Jim's gonna win this one, quite frankly.
And frankly.
And frankly.
Benjamin Frankly.
Benjamin Frankly. I am Benjamin Frankly over here. James taking on Hunter here. This is an interesting one. I feel like Hunter's gonna come back in get the win here and threaten Tristan. That is my thought on this one.
Ah, man. It's so hard because this is Hunter's, like, it's his first season, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
in the draft. And he's, like, a really good Pokemon player. But, like, James is, like, master of, like, draft crazy nonsense sets. And if all it takes is for him to catch him with one left hook, and James can just go do James stuff.
You know what? I'd be happy with either of these people winning because
Same.
James wins and he threatens Jack's top position. Hunter wins and he threatens Tristan's. So, oh, by the way, yeah, James from season 1 too. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
incredibly tenured as well. But again, Manny and James have won championships. Rob and Mike have not. So
No. They've won last places.
they've won last places. That's true. Rob more consistently. I feel like we're never going to end up giving that pizza trophy to anyone else.
No. Might just need to buy another one.
Well, if somebody else ever comes in last place, Mario, make sure to wrench the pizza trophy from...
If I remember that Rob still has it.
I mean, I'm sure that me just reminding you probably didn't even think about the pizza trophy since we gave it to him over a year ago.
It's true. I also forgot about it until just now.
And finally...
we never picked. None of us picked.
Oh, no, I picked Hunter.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll flip it a coin.
Oh, all right.
Heads is James.
Heads is James. James winning. And finally, we've got
Hunter.
Jack taking on Mitch. I think Jack's going to win this one.
Yeah, Jack's pretty good.
Mitch could surprise us. He could.
It's true.
But I think it's going to be Jack.
I think Jack can surprise us about Mitch surprising us.
It's going to be another one where it's like him winning +1.
Yeah. No. Hey, a dub's a dub, bro.
Dub's a dub. Hunter has not decided on his 700 club. No, wait, he did. No, he did. What did he tell me it was? Fuck. Let me look. I'm sorry. He told me what it was. We started talking about other shit and I forgot. Naganadal is who he'll be using, or however.
Ooh, that's good.
However you might pronounce that. Naganadel.
Yeah. Naganadal.
Naganadel.
I need some Mitol.
Nagamadal.
Come on, Naganadal.
Whatever. All right, so that's the end of Inside the Piffle here. I think, yeah, no, that's the...
Covered all our bases.
Yeah, Week 8 predictions was the last thing we needed to talk about. So, everybody out there... Mario, you specifically, before we get to everybody out there. So, we are in the last third of the season. This is the last week of trades and pickups. This is where, depending on how your match goes, you might do an entire team upheaval. You gotta think, this is where only one person has been mathematically eliminated from playoffs, and it is Rob.
Oh.
Could potentially this be the most important week of the season?
Sure.
All right, everybody, good night from inside the PFL. Goodbye.